Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Take Control workshop. We're going to be talking about quite a few different things today, but I'm happy for everybody who's able to tune in and be able to listen to what we have going on. We're going to start off by talking a little bit about us. So, Take Control is a uh, anti-pornography initiative started by the Smoky Mountain State Health Department in the state of Tennessee. And essentially, what our purpose is with this initiative is to try and help everybody who has been affected by pornography in some way to find a way to be able to overcome the challenges that they've had with it. So, whether that means you have pornographic addiction or compulsive use, whether you have a loved one who struggles with using pornography, any of these things, we aim to help you find answers to your problems, to be able to come up with ideas on how you can overcome those problems. And we also provide resources and education and information to those who seek it regarding porn and porn addiction and what it can do to people societally, mentally, and physically. So, before we really start talking about the content of this workshop, we need to clarify that this workshop is a introduction of ideas to help you overcome your pornographic addictions. It is a discussion of methods to help you overcome your addictions, and it is also a way to get started. We hope that everybody who listens in today will be able to look at this workshop as a motivator of sorts to help them get started on their own journey. However, this is not a one-size-fits-all. And while we provide a lot of answers and a lot of ideas within this workshop, we know that everybody's situation is different. And so don't worry if, some of the stuff in here doesn't directly apply to you, or if maybe you have some different circumstances than what you feel like this presentation talks about. We hope that no matter who you are, however, you can still find something helpful within this presentation. So with that said, let's get started on our first topic, the porn industry. So the porn industry is something I feel like a lot of us, even those who do not struggle with porn and who consider themselves to not even be users of it, I feel like it's something a lot of people are familiar with. We see the influence of pornography in a lot of places in society these days. It's in movies, it's in magazines, it's in books, it's in TV shows. It's almost as if it can't be escaped. Some facts about the porn industry: it generates $12 billion in annual revenue, and in fact, 2.5 billion of this entire revenue comes just from online purchases. And so that is a lot of overhead and a lot of money to be going through. This is more income on an annual revenue level than CBS, NBC, CNN, and MSNBC, which is some major media organizations. It is used by 40 million Americans, and it makes up 35% of internet downloads. Now, those are some pretty staggering numbers, and some of you may find yourself as part of that statistic, and that's okay. We're here to help with that. We're here to help you turn that around and make the difference. So, first things first, you have to understand how you can recognize addiction. And so, addiction is usually thought of in terms of drug addiction. People who are addicted to, for example, heroin, they will suffer from withdrawal effects if they have it taken away from them. It's something that they compulsively seek after, that they constantly have to get stronger and stronger, strains of it, if that's a correct word, in order to seek that high. And pornography addiction is really interesting because it's not so much a drug addiction as it is a behavioral addiction. And so it does activate certain pathways in the brain and change your body's, your brain's biochemistry in order to get you hooked. It's the same way that nicotine and a lot of other addictive substances work. But some key ways to understand if you are addicted is to think about how often do you use pornography? How many times per month, per week, per day? are you looking at it? And also, you need to think about your thoughts too. Is it something that you're thinking about constantly? Are you thinking about it every now and then? Um, you know, how often does it occupy your mind? Because we do know that the idle mind is the devil's plaything. So, once you have recognized your addiction and decided that, okay, this is something I need to deal with, now it's time to get started. And getting started begins with acceptance, which is accepting that you are in the situation you are. And it also means accepting that you're the one who is ultimately responsible for whether or not you get out of this situation. And so, three key things to overcoming any pornographic addiction are managing your thoughts, changing your habits, and removing triggers. So, to put it simply, if you think about something pornographic or you think about using it, get those thoughts out of your head. Think about something else. Change habits that you commonly see around your pornographic use. Like, for example, let's say you take your phone into the bathroom with you. Well, it could be you need to stop doing that and leave your phone in your bedroom. And, just small steps that you can use in order to change habits that commonly bring up those triggers. And triggers can be anything. It can be thoughts, it can be images, it can be habits or actions that you do that bring the idea to mind. And so if you have to put blockers on your phone or computer, if you have to put restrictions on your internet use, um, whatever it is you need to do in order to remove things that trigger these thoughts in your head, you need to do it. Once you've gotten started, progress begins. And, I often hear that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but what we don't hear about often are the times where we go off on side trails and fall into crevices and trip up on some mud puddles and ruin our shoes. And these are all roadblocks that we can face on our journey to overcome our porn addictions. And it's really um, just part of it. There really is no way around it. Um, Part of getting back up and dusting yourself off and continuing on the road to recovery is understanding how to respond to the urges you get. Because even when you've removed, like we discussed earlier, your triggers and changed your habits and tried controlling your thoughts, there will occasionally come the urges to um, seek out these kinds of things. And so understanding how to control those and channel them in healthy ways is very important. Um, don't let setbacks get you down when they do happen because they will happen. It's just part of it. But we've often found that those who seek support in helping them or seeking support in getting over their issues, particularly with pornography, have found great success. There's nothing more powerful than having a friend or a spouse you can rely on who can, be a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen, no matter what it is, somebody you can share your thoughts and feelings and serious struggles with. And this is a tough one because this is a very sensitive subject and a very, for some people, embarrassing subject. And so it can be tough to open up to a close confidant and talk to them about your struggles. But we can assure you that doing so will definitely go a long way to helping you continue your progress. And so, as you continue down this journey of overcoming your pornographic addictions or helping others do so, you gotta keep in mind your end goals. And your goals in the very end will be to lessen your urges to controllable areas, to reduce your setbacks, as time passes in between incidents where you happen to set back, you should probably make it a goal to make that time go on longer. So let's say you do it twice a week, try to make it once a week. And then once you've got it down to once a week, try to make it 0 times a week. And I know it's a general example, but you get the idea. Um, and then supporting others, helping others who seem to struggle by sharing your own experiences and helping others really with anything. We've often found that having that charity for other people can definitely help put your own problems into perspective and give you some inspiration to continue on and fight the good fight. And in the end, your overall goal should be personal change. Quitting pornography is not merely just quitting something that you do. It's a monumental task, and it involves completely changing the fundamental fabric of who you are. And so, with all this being said, we hope that you guys continue to uh, stay on the straight and narrow path if you are, and if you're not, we hope that this has been some kind of a motivation or inspiration to get on that path and try to overcome your struggles. And for those of you who know people who do struggle, we hope that this has given you some ideas on how you can help them. For more information, contact us at our phone number here, and you can also visit this website. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening in, and we hope this has been helpful for everybody who has been able to attend. We hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, and goodbye.